In early 2025, Canada's defense world was rocked by a decision that few saw coming. After years of planning and anticipation, the government announced it was putting its multi-billion-dollar F-35 fighter jet deal under review, sending shockwaves through the military, political circles, and the defense industry alike. The move came as a surprise, especially since the plan to acquire 88 advanced F-35As, signed in 2023, was widely seen as a cornerstone for modernizing the Royal Canadian Air Force and ensuring Canada's air defense capabilities for decades to come. Now, with the review underway, only the first 16 jets are guaranteed to be delivered. The fate of the remaining 72 aircraft hangs in the balance, as Ottawa reassesses its long-term defense strategy, budget constraints, and shifting global security priorities. This uncertainty has sparked intense debate across the country. Some argue that sticking with the F-35 is essential for interoperability with allies and maintaining a technological edge, while others question the cost and whether the jet truly fits Canada's unique needs. Meanwhile, the Swedish Saab Gripen E, once considered the runner-up in the original competition, has re-emerged as a serious contender. Its supporters point to its lower cost, easier maintenance, and a new proposal for local production that could boost Canadian industry. Saab's latest offer promises greater autonomy for Canada's Air Force and more jobs at home, setting the stage for a dramatic showdown between the American-made F-35 and the agile Swedish Gripen E. The final decision will not only determine the future of Canada's air defense, but also shape the nation's industrial policy, international partnerships, and military identity for an entire generation. The F-35's soaring costs are a major reason for the government's rethink. A recent Auditor General report revealed the program's total cost has jumped 46% since 2022, now nearing $28 billion Canadian. The F-35's high operating and maintenance costs, plus ongoing technical issues, have made its long-term affordability a serious concern. Industry Minister Melanie Joly has questioned whether Lockheed Martin's industrial benefits justify the price, pushing for more jobs and economic independence. Saab's Gripen, with its lower acquisition and life cycle costs and a fixed-price contract, offers Ottawa cost certainty the F-35 can't match. In a climate of economic anxiety, the Gripen's affordability is becoming hard to ignore. Beyond just the question of cost, Ottawa is increasingly concerned about the risks of over-reliance on the United States for its national defense. This issue has become more urgent in recent years, as global politics shift and alliances are tested. The relationship between the two countries has faced renewed trade tensions and unexpected tariffs, highlighting how quickly political winds can change, even between close allies. The F-35 fighter jet, for example, is deeply integrated with U.S. technology and software. This means that if diplomatic relations were to deteriorate, Canada could suddenly find itself unable to operate, upgrade, or even maintain its own fleet without U.S. approval or support. For many in the Canadian government, this level of dependence is now seen as an unacceptable risk, a potential loss of sovereignty that could undermine national security and decision-making. In response, Canada has begun forging new defense partnerships, such as its recent agreement with Sweden. This collaboration focuses on joint research, technology sharing, and Arctic security, signaling a clear intent to diversify its alliances and reduce single-country dependence. Saab's Gripen fighter jet is at the center of this strategy. Unlike the F-35, the Gripen comes with promises of technology transfer and access to source code, giving Canada far more control over its own fighter fleet and future upgrades. While it's true that the Gripen still relies on some US-made components, it's marketed as a realistic path toward greater independence and self-sufficiency for Canada's Air Force. Ultimately, Canada faces a pivotal decision: whether to deepen its integration with the US defense system, or to pursue a more sovereign, diversified defense policy that could better safeguard its autonomy in an uncertain world. The debate over Canada's next fighter jet boils down to two very different aircraft, each representing a unique vision for the future of the Royal Canadian Air Force. The F-35A is a fifth-generation stealth fighter, packed with advanced sensors and designed for high-end warfare against top adversaries. Its stealth profile allows it to evade enemy radar, and its network systems give pilots a comprehensive view of the battle space, making it a formidable force in modern air combat. The RCAF argues these features are essential for future threats, emphasizing the need to keep pace with rapidly evolving military technology and to ensure interoperability with key allies like the United States and NATO partners. The Gripen E, while not as stealthy, is agile, easy to maintain, and excels in electronic warfare, well suited for Canada's Arctic and NORAD missions. Its robust design allows it to operate in harsh environments, and its lower operating costs make it attractive for long-term use. The Gripen can operate from short, rugged runways, and is already equipped with the Meteor missile, giving it an edge in long-range combat. Its flexibility means it can be rapidly deployed across Canada's vast and challenging geography. The F-35 stealth comes with payload and integration limitations, at least for now. Some critics point to higher maintenance costs and ongoing software upgrades as challenges that could impact operational readiness. Ultimately, the choice is between the F-35's cutting-edge tech and the Gripen's cost-effective, independent approach. Each jet offers distinct advantages, and the decision will shape Canada's air power for decades. Canada must decide which strengths best fit its needs and values, weighing advanced capabilities against affordability, sovereignty, and the unique demands of defending its vast territory. Saab's revived Gripen for Canada proposal is a game-changer for domestic industry. Partnering with Bombardier, Saab offers to build the Gripen E in Canada, creating thousands of high-skilled jobs and a full production line in Montreal. This would give Canada not just assembly work, but real, intellectual property and the ability to innovate and export. The plan could make Canada a global hub for Gripen production, with potential exports to allies. In contrast, Canadian firms in the F-35 program compete for contracts with no guaranteed work share. Saab's offer promises direct investment and a sovereign aerospace capability. The debate is now as much about jobs and industrial growth as it is about military needs. Some propose a mixed fleet, keeping a small number of F-35s for high-end missions while using Canadian-built Gripens for daily patrols. Military leaders warn this would double logistics, training, and maintenance costs, making the force less efficient. Supporters argue that many allies operate mixed fleets successfully, and a split approach could tailor jets to specific missions. The F-35s could serve as a specialized force, while Gripens handle Arctic and NORAD duties. This would hedge against technical or political issues grounding one fleet. The question: do the strategic and industrial benefits of a mixed fleet outweigh the logistical headaches? The government must weigh flexibility and independence against complexity and cost. The final decision now sits with Prime Minister Mark Carney, who faces immense pressure from all sides. Choosing the full F-35 buy would prioritize military capability and U.S. interoperability, but at high financial and strategic cost, potentially limiting future flexibility. Pivoting to the Gripen or a mixed fleet would boost domestic industry and sovereignty, but risk U.S. relations and add operational complexity for the military. The government is torn between military priorities and economic, strategic independence, weighing every consequence carefully. The F-35 offers unmatched technology, but with steep costs and dependence on foreign suppliers. The Gripen promises affordability, jobs, and control, but with trade-offs in high-end capability and international influence. Whatever the verdict, it will define Canada's defense, industry, and global role for decades to come, shaping the nation's future.